Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Liam, and if I look like shit, then I can tell you one thing, and that is that I feel like I look. I've been up all night organizing supplements, doing phone calls, talking to Food and Drug Administration, talking to Border Patrol in Australia, making sure that I get the regulations and the legality of sending supplements to you guys. So what's in this supplement, and why am I doing this? I've found across the board that one thing that really gets people, one of the biggest results from, the smallest amount of effort. Well, there are many things that do that. For example, there's cold temperature therapy, which directly works with the mitochondria. Another thing you can do for that is fasting. Another thing you can do for that is not bombarding yourself with EMF. So basically don't hold, if you're going to talk on the phone, don't do this, do this, avoid the headphones. I'm starting to see that every single thing I advise, which has been helping with tinnitus for so long, it's really coming back down to the mitochondria. How does the mitochondria work? What does a mitochondria do? Now remember, mitochondria is a foreign bacteria. Anyway, I think I'm planning another video about that, but I just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, so the supplements, it's going to have pig brain. It's going to have either pig liver or cow liver. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do there. It's going to have pig intestine. It's going to have cow kidney, and it's going to have maybe some heart as well. Okay, we want the ribonucleic acid. We want to rebuild the brain. We want to rebuild the kidneys. We want to rebuild the liver, because if you want to fix the body, you want to fix tinnitus, you have to fix the body. Okay, and we need to get as far away from eating so much plants as humanly possible. And let me give you an anecdotal example of why this is so important. So last night, when I was up, I was, going through, looking online, and I found a Instagram page looking at different supplements and how they ship it and how they market it and all that sort of stuff, because I want to make sure that it's actually even appropriate for me to make one. I could just say, oh, go and get that or go and get this, but really there's nothing where it's all combined in one, which would make it cheaper and more effective. So there's nothing like that. So I was going through pages, and I found one of the pages that I just absolutely love, which I'm going to suggest that you follow on Instagram, and I'll put it below, or I'll flash it up on the screen. And it's called the Anti-Vegan Advent Calendar. So you know what an Advent Calendar is, where you pull the chocolates out every day, and it's either a bauble or Santa Claus or Rudolph or whatever, eggnog. So what he's done is every day leading up to Christmas is a new reason why veganism is fucking stupid, okay? And it is absolutely, okay, I promised myself I wouldn't swear as much, but it is so funny. It's hilarious, and it's done so eloquently, and the information is absolutely spot on. He's got it perfectly. It's fantastic. And so what did I do? I messaged this guy, and I said, hey, I love your page. It's absolutely hilarious. Not only is it a good idea, you're getting heaps of followers, and you're helping people, but the information is absolutely spot on, flawless. It's all correct. It's fantastic, and this guy knows what the hell he's doing. And so I messaged him, and I said, you're amazing. It's effing hilarious. Keep it up. You're doing God's work by preventing veganism. And you know what he messaged back? And he said, hey, dude, I don't know if you remember me, but I followed your advice a little while ago, and I cured my tinnitus. I was like, holy fucking shit. And so, we messaged a little bit, and he actually ended up, he was one of my followers on Instagram. He actually won a contest I had, because he was really paying attention and talking about, what's the benefit of eating meat, and what's ribonucleic acid and stuff like that. And you can probably even go back through my Instagram and look at the contest, and you can find him. But I'll put his page below so you can follow him. And so it just goes to show that when you understand how the human body works, and you understand that we need meat, it's essential for life, it's essential to survive and thrive, and all these people who seem so convincing and they're telling you to go vegan, they're wrong. I had 2 more people yesterday when I put a post on Instagram, which was, please, if you're interested in the supplements, let me know, and we can organize. I'll only have the people who are really desperate first. And if you can go source it yourself locally, then hey, do that. And the people who are like, please, I'm begging you, I'm going to kill myself, guess what? They're ex-vegans. It's just a joke. It's almost, people have messaged me and said, hey, can you put some more advice out about tinnitus and stuff like that? Because, you've been talking a lot about veganism and why it's so silly, and it's good, but we want to know more about tinnitus. Well, here's the thing. In order to talk about tinnitus, I have to talk about its number one cause, which is veganism, okay? Or eating excessive amounts of plants. You know, if you have a kale and a quinoa smoothie in the morning, then you're eating so much plants, okay? You're eating way too much plants. You're pumping it straight into your kidneys. You're going to give yourself kidney stones. You're going to give yourself oxalate toxicity. You're going to make yourself sensitive to the sun. You're going to lose D3. You're going to lose DHA. You're going to lose K2. You're going to lose B12. You're going to lose carnitine, taurine. You're going to not absorb protein properly. Your brain is going to stop working. You're not going to get enough saturated fat. You're going to have problems with proteins in your brain. You're going to have a problem with tau protein. You're going to have a problem with electricity. You're going to have a problem with mitochondrial function. Okay, your mitochondria makes water. It's one of the things that it does, and it needs fat and cholesterol to build the cellular. So mitochondria is intracellular, so it means it's inside the cell. But we need cholesterol to build the outside of the cell. It needs to work as a conduit. We need cholesterol and fat to help as a conduit. We need the potassium as well, which is hard to create in a vegan diet. It's just like it's unbelievable. Like, it's unbelievable that people think that veganism is a good idea. And so, in order to, what I was saying before about people say, why are you talking so much about veganism? It's because I can't talk about tinnitus without talking about, as I said, its number one cause, and also what you can do to actively really help yourself get off of it. And it's really getting to almost where I have to start sending out emails to doctors and influencers who are like, famous, and say, please, these people are following your advice to the letter. Dr. Greger, Dr. Joel Kahn, Hench Herbivore, all these other vegan influencers, and they are going to kill themselves because of their tinnitus. They're going to fucking kill themselves, and you did it. You're responsible for this, and it's coming to an end now. I can see it, but we really need to, it's an ember now, veganism. So we need to just crush it and just get rid of it, because it's just causing so much pain, and it is bloody hard to get rid of tinnitus when it's caused by fruit and vegetables and nuts and oxalates and lectins and salicylates and all the other bullshit and the enzyme inhibitors that come from eating plants. Okay, so go check out the guy's channel below. And I want to talk about one last thing as well. Darren Schmidt made an excellent video debunking. Debunking is such a childlike word because everyone uses it, but really debunking Dr. Greger's TEDx course. If you don't know who Dr. Greger is, he's one of the most hated people in my mind, because he causes a lot of people to come to me. Liam, I follow his advice or this person's advice religiously, and I got really, really sick. Well, first of all of those people are lying to you. They're now admitting to eating eggs once a week the entire time. They take steroids to help with the protein in their body. They're just lying, and the advice is just silly. And look at the state of them. So Dr. Greger did a talk on TED, and he was talking about weight loss. The first things he did, which are really stupid, was that he uses these really stupid associative studies, and the studies were ridiculous. They were, let's get a bunch of obese people and who come from the standard American diet, and let's take some of them and put them on the vegan diet and see what happens, okay? And of course, compared to the standard American diet, more people are going to lose weight when they go on a vegan diet, because it's way better than a standard American diet. But he never spoke about just going 90% meat or just being 50-50 meat and vegetables. He never spoke about that. Here's the thing, and he even said it himself. He said, because he was talking about weight loss, he was talking about cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and he did reverse diabetes, and he did reverse some cardiovascular disease. But to me, that's bullshit, because you didn't really reverse anything. You just took out the causes of it. So you didn't reverse anything, okay? It's completely ridiculous. So here's what's really interesting. He was talking about, okay, so here's the crux of it. If I can give you one lesson, why is it that you should eat plants, 100% plant vegan diet if you want to lose weight? And he said, and I fucking quote, go watch the video. I was paraphrasing to remember, but he said, because plant cells are encapsulated in a hard to break down molecular membrane, it makes it hard for the human body to access the plants and the nutrients. Oh my God. I kid you not. I fucking kid you not. That's what he said. So there you go. From the man himself. If you eat a 100% plant-based diet, you're not going to get the fucking nutrients. You can't get the protein. You can't access the vitamin A. You're going to get some bullshit beta-carotene shit for that as well. You can't get the calcium. You can't get the iron. can't get the magnesium, you can't get fucking shit. And if you get any of that, it's going to be encapsulated and you're going to get a friend with it. That friend's called oxalate. Hi, I encapsulate calcium and I cause calcium oxalate crystals, I cause kidney stones, I cause arthritis, I cause all sorts of fucking problems, especially in glands, especially in thyroid, breast, ovaries, especially in prostate, in your eyes as well. I don't fuck your life up. But no, you should eat me because you lose weight. And you know what else he said? And this is just the fucking cherry on top, which was just gorgeous. He said the problem with animal-based diet is that the membrane of the cell is extremely easy to break down and we can get to those calories and those proteins. And the audience cheered. Yes, you're so smart. We should all do that. That's really good.
If there was one piece of advice that kind of best sums up my recommendations for weight loss, it would be wall off your calories. See, animal cells are encased only in easily digestible membranes, which allow the enzymes in our gut to effortlessly liberate the calories within a steak, for example. On the other hand, plant cells have cell walls that are made out of fiber, which acts as an indigestible physical barrier, so many of the calories remain trapped.
I mean, it's fucking unfathomable. We live in a fucking, what's happening to the world? What is happening to the world when people think that's a good idea? So let me ask you this, dear viewer, which diet do you think is most appropriate for a human? The one that you can't absorb anything, or the one that you can actually absorb stuff easily? What makes the most sense? What would it seem that our digestive tract is equipped to break down and eat? What would be the healthiest diet? How would we make sure that we can avoid nutritional deficiencies, macro, micro, and trace? How are we going to do that? How are we going to make sure that our hormones are working properly? How are we going to get enough cholesterol? I fucking wonder. Oh, God. Anyway, guys, if you're thinking about doing a vegan diet or, you're following my advice and you think, well, if I'm not going to eat plants, then what am I going to eat? Guys, you eat what humans are designed to eat. You eat what's going to fix your tinnitus, okay? And, if you are really not into eating meat, well, guess what? Your ancestors were for millions of years. So you got to talk to your doctor or talk to someone who's a healthcare professional that you know about at least changing it 50-50 so that you eat 70% meat and 30% plants. And it's totally up to you. It's your decision. But I'm telling you that the results speak for themselves. I get so many people who want to top themselves because they listen to people who really just debunk themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that guy's Instagram page below because he's phenomenal. I'm also going to link the Darren Schmidt video below because Darren Schmidt is absolutely phenomenal. Darren Schmidt was on my documentary. You can watch that by going to my homepage. And guys, don't listen to the to the cool, sexy influencers online. Listen to the literature and listen to your body, okay? Your body's people say, oh, anecdotal evidence doesn't mean anything. Well, buddy, that's the best evidence you've got. Listen to the stories, listen to how people get over things, and listen to your body, and listen to your tinnitus. What makes it worse? What makes it better? I mean, it's, Jesus Christ on a motorbike. It's really not that hard. And I'm saying this, I'm not attacking anyone except for those stupid vegan thieves of lives, basically. But anyway, we'll end it there. And if you want to, just so you know, if you've been trying to email me or you've been trying to get my free ebook, my entire software is just crashed, which is really good. So I've been up last night trying to fix that. It's not my software. I have to wait for the people to, reinstate it, sort of thing. So I apologize if you've been trying to email me. My email's down too. So I probably have like 1,000 emails of people being like, why would you answer my email within 24 hours? You're a scam. You're an asshole. But I get all that shit. Anyway, talk soon.